Have your legs ever felt a little shaky just getting out of bed? Do you struggle climbing stairs without feeling winded, even though you haven't changed your routine? And did you know that this subtle weakness could quietly signal a much bigger threat to your health? As we age, especially past our 60s, leg weakness is often one of the earliest and most overlooked signs that something deeper is going on. It's not just about muscle loss or getting slower, it's about how your legs are tied to your balance, metabolism, mobility, and even your longevity. If ignored, declining leg strength can increase your risk of falls, lead to metabolic imbalances, and silently shorten your lifespan without warning. In today's video, I'll walk you through simple, quick, and effective exercises that every senior can do, right at home, without any gym equipment. These movements are specifically designed to build lower body strength, enhance stability, boost your energy, and help you stay independent and healthy for years to come. You might be surprised by how just a few minutes each day can create real, measurable improvements. Watch all the way through, because we'll also explore how these exercises play a critical role in protecting you from age-related risks like metabolic disease and falls, challenges that become more serious the longer we wait to act. Before we dive in, I'd really appreciate it if you could like this video. It helps us spread important health insights to more people. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that button and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future videos. If you find this video helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. If it's not quite what you expected, leave a 0 so we can keep improving our content for you. Now, let's begin with our very first exercise. It's one that's deceptively simple, but incredibly powerful: the calf raise. You might already be familiar with this movement, especially if you're a baby boomer or older, because it's been a trusted staple in fitness routines across generations. Calf raises are a favorite for good reason. They don't require fancy equipment or much space, and they offer benefits that extend far beyond toned legs. From improving your balance and posture to activating muscle groups essential for walking and daily movement. This foundational exercise also helps regulate blood sugar and supports your metabolic health. That's why it's not only perfect for beginners, but also essential for anyone looking to stay strong and independent as the years go on. A foundational exercise like calf raises is not just for seasoned fitness enthusiasts. It's also incredibly accessible for beginners looking to build strength and improve balance safely. To guide you through the first 2 versions of this essential movement, I'll demonstrate using a stair rail for support. This simple prop adds stability, which is especially helpful if you're just starting out or working to regain confidence in your movements. Let's begin with the basic 2-legged calf raise, performed on a flat surface. Start by standing tall with your feet placed about hip-width apart. Then, slowly lift your heels off the ground, rising onto the balls of your feet while tightening your calf muscles. You should feel engagement in the gastrocnemius and soleus muscles, the 2 major muscles of the lower leg. Pause for a moment at the top, then gently lower your heels back down with full control. This deliberate pace is critical. Why? Because it ensures you're working the muscles thoroughly while minimizing any risk of strain or overuse. For those just beginning, this version is ideal. It's low impact, easy to master, and surprisingly effective. If you start with 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions each day, you'll likely notice increased strength and endurance within a few short weeks. Before long, you may find that you can perform 20 or even 30 reps comfortably, and that everyday activities like walking, standing, or balancing feel noticeably easier. Once you've built that solid foundation, it's time to challenge yourself with the single-leg calf raise. This variation requires lifting your entire body weight with just 1 leg at a time. That added demand intensifies the work on the calves while also recruiting key stabilizing muscles in the ankle, knee, and core. Think of it as training for real-life tasks, whether it's walking confidently on uneven ground or climbing stairs without hesitation. And if you're ready to push things even further, performing calf raises on a step or stair brings an advanced dimension to the movement. By letting your heels drop slightly below the level of the step at the bottom of each repetition, you increase the range of motion. This added stretch deepens the activation of the muscle fibers and enhances flexibility, which becomes even more valuable as we age.
This enhanced variation offers a deeper stretch through the calf muscles, which not only improves flexibility, but also strengthens them more effectively. It's a simple change, raising your heels off a step instead of a flat surface, but the benefits are noticeable. If you're just starting out, begin with both legs. As your strength and balance develop, gradually transition to single leg raises for an added challenge. Personally, I've worked up to doing 40 single leg calf raises per leg on a stair, and that level of strength didn't happen overnight. It came from steady, consistent practice over time. Reaching this milestone is a powerful reminder of what your body is still capable of, especially when you approach movement with discipline and care. This advanced version doesn't just boost muscle activation. It actively trains your balance and coordination, two essential abilities that often decline with age. Maintaining them is vital for preserving independence and quality of life. But the benefits of calf raises extend far beyond simply building stronger or more defined lower legs. One of the most impactful advantages is improved balance, which plays a critical role in fall prevention. As we grow older, falls become a leading cause of serious injuries, including hip fractures. Consider this. Hip fractures in seniors carry up to a 50% risk of long-term disability and a 25% chance of death within just a few years. Those aren't just numbers. They represent real consequences that affect lives and families. By consistently strengthening your calves and improving proprioception, your body's innate sense of spatial awareness, you're actively reducing your risk of falling. This one simple habit can help you walk more confidently, feel more stable, and continue enjoying the activities you love without fear. What's more, calf raises contribute to calorie burning and support overall metabolic function. And there's something even more fascinating. The activation of the calf muscles, particularly the soleus, has been shown to aid in blood sugar regulation. Recent studies highlight the power of what's known as soleus push-ups, a seated movement that involves gently pointing and flexing the toes to engage this deep calf muscle. It may sound simple, but when done after meals, this movement can help reduce those sharp spikes in blood sugar. For individuals with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes, this offers an easy, practical way to manage glucose levels without needing to break a sweat or leave the chair. Now, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture when it comes to leg exercises. While calf raises are a valuable starting point, they represent just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Fitness professionals, including seasoned bodybuilders, often emphasize training the legs first, especially for beginners. Why is that? The answer lies deep within the body's physiology. The legs are home to some of the largest and most powerful muscle groups in the body, including the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, and of course, the calves. These muscle groups are metabolically demanding, meaning they require a lot of energy to activate. As a result, exercises that target the legs are not only excellent for building strength and improving mobility, but they also significantly enhance metabolism. When you engage these muscles through focused movement, your body responds by releasing key hormones like testosterone and growth hormone. These hormones aren't just for bodybuilders. They play an essential role in maintaining muscle mass, supporting fat metabolism, and boosting overall physical vitality, especially as we age. Beyond that, leg exercises also trigger the release of myokines, specialized biochemical messengers produced by working muscles. Myokines circulate throughout the body and promote a wide range of health benefits, from reducing chronic inflammation to improving insulin sensitivity and even enhancing cardiovascular function. In other words, when you train your legs, you're not just helping your lower body, you're benefiting your entire system. These whole body advantages are particularly amplified through compound leg movements. Exercises like squats, lunges, split squats, and stair climbing activate multiple muscle groups at the same time. Unlike isolated movements such as bicep curls, compound leg exercises demand far more energy, which results in greater calorie burn and stronger metabolic activation. The high demand of compound leg exercises also prompts the body to release critical hormones such as insulin and cortisol, both of which are essential for regulating blood sugar and managing stress. When you engage your lower body through consistent movement, something remarkable happens. Your insulin sensitivity improves. That means your body becomes more efficient at using glucose for energy, which in turn lowers the risk of developing insulin resistance, an early warning sign for type 2 diabetes. But the benefits don't stop there. Leg training also enhances mitochondrial function. You may have heard mitochondria referred to as the powerhouses of our cells, and for good reason. They're responsible for producing the energy we rely on to move, think, and live. The muscles in your legs happen to be especially rich in these energy-producing structures. When you perform exercises that target these muscles, you stimulate something called mitochondrial biogenesis, the process of creating new mitochondria. This not only increases your body's capacity to burn glucose more efficiently, but also improves stamina and supports long-term metabolic health. And when it comes to aging well, those benefits are truly invaluable. Now let's take a closer look at two specific leg exercises that work beautifully alongside calf raises: the split squat and the lunge. At first glance, these two movements may seem similar, but each offers unique mechanics and targeted benefits. The split squat involves placing one foot forward and the other behind, with most of your weight centered on the front leg. As you lower your body, the back knee bends and hovers just above the ground. This movement activates the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings, especially the lower portion of the quads, known as the distal fibers. It's a powerful way to develop strength in each leg individually, which helps address muscular imbalances. Beyond muscle engagement, the split squat also improves core stability and balance, making it a valuable tool for maintaining independence. On the other hand, the lunge may resemble the split squat, but its execution shifts the focus slightly. In a proper lunge, the back leg remains straighter and the knee only bends slightly. This subtle difference changes the mechanics of the movement, providing a different angle of muscle activation. Lunges provide a deeper stretch through the hip flexors, groin, and quadriceps, which can significantly enhance both flexibility and overall mobility. While they also work the glutes and the lower portion of the quadriceps, lunges place more emphasis on dynamic movement and coordination. This makes them an excellent tool for not only building strength, but also refining your body's ability to move with control and precision. What makes both split squats and lunges truly valuable is their functionality. These aren't abstract gym exercises. They mimic everyday movements like walking, climbing stairs, or rising from a chair. In doing so, they help reinforce the core, improve balance, and stabilize joints. And as we age, those benefits become more than just helpful. They become essential. They support injury prevention and help preserve the independence that many fear losing with time. That said, lunges can be a bit more demanding when it comes to balance. Without proper form, they may put unnecessary strain on the lower back. That's why, in my practice and daily life, I often recommend split squats, especially performed using stairs. This method offers better control, making it easier for seniors to maintain proper form while still reaping the full benefits of the movement. Whichever exercise you gravitate toward, know this: both have powerful effects on the health of your leg muscles, specifically the capillaries and mitochondria embedded within them. These tiny but mighty components play a crucial role in keeping your muscles strong and your metabolism running efficiently. Think of them as your internal safety net, helping to slow down or even prevent the progression of age-related metabolic diseases, including type 2 diabetes, a condition that becomes more common as we move through our boomer years and beyond. to make these exercises part of my everyday life. I've built them into my routine in a way that's both practical and sustainable. One simple trick? I use the stairs in my own home. Performing a variation of the split squat on the stairs mimics the climbing motion we use so often and fits effortlessly into my day. No gym membership, no special equipment, and no need to change clothes. I call these short bursts of movement exercise snacks. I take one in the morning, right after waking up to jumpstart my energy, and another in the evening to wind down and reset my body. Before going to bed, I often perform a light set of split squats. Now, I know there's a common belief out there that exercising close to bedtime can disrupt your sleep. But in my personal experience and with many of my patients, I've found the opposite to be true, especially when it comes to gentle, controlled movements like these. Once your body adjusts to the rhythm, these exercises can help relax your muscles, calm your mind, and actually improve the quality of your sleep. It's like giving your body one last message before rest. You're cared for. One of the biggest advantages of this approach is that it removes the usual barriers people associate with working out. There's no need to drive to the gym, no fuss with changing into workout clothes, and certainly no waiting around for equipment. It's exercise on your terms, right in your home, when it suits you best. When you're ready to take things a step further, literally, you can progress the stair-based split squat. Begin on a lower step, like the first or second stair. Use both legs to share the load and build consistency with the movement. After several weeks or a couple of months of regular practice, your legs will gain strength and control. That's when you can start increasing the intensity. One way I do this is by skipping a step, which lowers my body even more and deepens the engagement in my glutes and the lower portion of my quadriceps. Right now, I do about 10 repetitions per leg in this format. I simply touch my toe to the bottom step for balance. You'd be surprised. This small adjustment significantly increases the burn in your muscles and raises your heart rate, making the session both strengthening and cardiovascular. And perhaps most importantly, I do all of this in my regular clothes. That's right, no special gear, no gym attire. Why is that important? Because if your routine depends on ideal circumstances, changing clothes, a specific location, or fancy equipment, it becomes harder to maintain consistently, especially as we get older or our schedules grow more complex. Now, let's circle back to lunges. There's still more to explore about their distinctive benefits and the challenges they may pose. In a traditional lunge, your back leg remains straighter, which creates a deeper, more targeted stretch in your hip flexors, groin, and quadriceps. This feature alone makes lunges especially beneficial for anyone who spends long hours sitting each day. They help counteract the chronic tightness in the hip flexors that often develops when we spend too much time sitting, something that becomes increasingly common with age. Lunges, when done correctly, are incredibly effective, but they also demand a higher level of balance, coordination, and body awareness. A slight arch in the lower back or allowing the front knee to cave inward can easily lead to discomfort or even injury over time. That's one reason I've personally transitioned to using stair-based split squats more often. They're quicker to perform, easier to control, and far less likely to cause unnecessary strain, especially for those of us managing joint sensitivity or mobility limitations. Still, lunges remain an excellent tool, particularly for individuals seeking a more dynamic challenge and a greater cardiovascular push. Take walking lunges with added resistance, like dumbbells or a barbell. These aren't just for gym goers. They're regularly used by elite athletes, including professional football players, to develop powerful lower body strength, hip stability, and agility. The results are undeniable, but they do require proper guidance and a strong foundation. What's often overlooked, however, is that all of these leg exercises, calf raises, lunges, split squats, and stair climbing, share a common benefit that reaches deep into your cells. They stimulate mitochondrial health. Your leg muscles, due to their size and constant use, are rich in mitochondria. the tiny energy factories that power every movement, from walking to maintaining balance. Engaging these muscles regularly triggers something called mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. This doesn't just help you feel more energized. It improves how efficiently your body processes glucose, reducing blood sugar spikes and lowering your risk for insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. For women especially, consistent leg training supports optimal estrogen levels, which play a vital role in metabolic regulation, bone density, and hormonal balance as you age, especially after menopause. It's a natural way to preserve vitality from the inside out. On the other hand, when your legs become weak, you're not just losing strength, you're losing access to a critical engine of metabolic health. And over time, that weakness can become the silent starting point of more serious health issues. A decline in leg strength isn't just a minor inconvenience. It poses a serious risk to your metabolic health. Weak legs limit your body's mitochondrial capacity, making it harder for your system to manage energy and blood sugar effectively. Over time, this can quietly set the stage for insulin resistance and other metabolic disorders. To bring this into real life, let me share how I personally apply these principles. I regularly perform stair-based exercises in my everyday clothes, often in simple, all-black attire with short sleeves. It's a small tribute to Jack LaLanne, a fitness pioneer who taught millions that staying active should be simple and accessible, not complicated or intimidating. By integrating what I call exercise snacks into my routine, short, targeted bursts of movement, I've eliminated the need for time-consuming gym sessions or elaborate preparations. And more importantly, I've made movement a sustainable part of my daily life, not a burden or chore. This mindset shift is crucial, especially for baby boomers and older adults who often face more barriers to regular exercise. Whether it's calf raises on the kitchen floor, split squats on the stairs, or lunges beside your couch, the key is simple. Begin with what you can do today. Progress slowly, stay consistent, and focus on exercises that build strength, enhance balance, and boost your metabolism. These aren't just exercises, they are a foundation for maintaining freedom and vitality as you age. The core message here is the powerful role that functional strength and leg mobility play in our long-term health. These movements aren't just for athletes like football players who rely on strength and endurance to perform at their peak. They're for every one of us. Why? Because they directly support the fundamental actions of everyday life. Getting out of bed, standing up from a chair, walking through your home, or climbing a few steps. These may seem like small things, but they form the bedrock of your independence. From the moment you swing your legs out of bed in the morning to the simple act of bending down to tie your shoelaces, every motion demands more than we often realize. Strength, balance, coordination, and flexibility. Think about climbing a flight of stairs or pulling on a pair of pants. Even easing yourself back into bed at night requires a foundation of mobility and control. Without intentionally maintaining these physical capabilities, everyday activities that once felt effortless can slowly become frustrating or even risky, especially as we get older. This isn't just about fitness, it's about preserving your independence and dignity. Our discussion here focuses on equipping you with tools that are both practical and sustainable. The exercises we're exploring are designed to fit seamlessly into your routine, helping you stay strong, mobile, and metabolically resilient well into your later years. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym membership. What you need is consistency, proper form, and most importantly, a mindful approach to movement. When you perform these exercises, resist the urge to rush. Moving quickly through sets of squats, lunges, or step-ups might seem like you're getting more done, but in reality, it compromises effectiveness and increases your risk of injury. The real value lies in slow, controlled repetition. When you focus on form, on engaging the right muscles, and on maintaining a steady pace, you're building deep, lasting strength that supports real-life functionality. This deliberate method also strengthens the connection between your nervous system and muscles, improving your coordination and balance over time. As your neuromuscular system adapts, you'll find yourself moving with more confidence and stability, whether you're walking down the street, reaching for a cupboard, or reacting to a sudden loss of balance. And while the physical benefits are immediately noticeable, better stability, improved posture, reduced risk of falling, the deeper, long-term impact is just as important. These movements play a crucial role in halting the progression of metabolic disorders like insulin resistance, prediabetes, and type 2 diabetes. By integrating them into your life now, you're not just protecting your body today, you're investing in your future health and vitality. Metabolic disorders like insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes are closely linked to a sedentary lifestyle and prolonged muscle inactivity. But here's the good news. Your legs, home to the body's largest and most metabolically active muscles, can become your strongest allies in reversing that trend. When you activate these muscles through regular movement, you spark mitochondrial biogenesis, your body's natural way of producing more energy-generating powerhouses inside each cell. At the same time, you enhance your insulin sensitivity and regulate blood sugar levels more efficiently. In a very real sense, these leg muscles act as your body's internal safety valves, helping you defend against the metabolic decline so commonly associated with aging. However, safety and accessibility must always come first, especially for those who are just starting out or who live with limited mobility. That's why these exercises aren't just effective, they're adaptable. For instance, keeping a sturdy, lightweight chair nearby can be a game changer. It provides just the right amount of support to help you stay balanced and focused on your form during exercises like squats or lunges. It's not about pushing through pain or risking a fall. It's about building strength gradually, with stability and confidence. Similarly, using a staircase for your workouts offers a practical and secure setting. Holding onto a handrail during step-ups or stair-based squats gives you extra balance while still allowing your muscles to work in a meaningful way. These small adjustments make the exercises not only safer, but also more approachable for people of all ages and ability levels. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. We want to create a movement practice that's sustainable, empowering, and enjoyable. Something you look forward to, not dread. When you feel safe and supported, you're more likely to stay consistent. And it's this consistency that unlocks the real, lasting health benefits. One of the most powerful things about these exercises is how naturally they can fit into your daily life. No expensive gym, no intimidating equipment, no complicated routines. Just real movement, real results, and a renewed sense of control over your health and independence. Incorporating these exercises into your daily life doesn't require a gym membership, expensive gear, or long training sessions. What it does require is intention, and the beauty lies in how seamlessly it can fit into your routine. This concept is often referred to as exercise snacking, brief, consistent bursts of movement throughout the day that, when accumulated, offer remarkable long-term benefits. Instead of carving out an hour at the gym, imagine simply doing a set of squats, lunges, or step-ups every time you go up or down a staircase. These small efforts might seem minor in isolation, but over time, they build up, strengthening muscles, boosting circulation, and supporting your overall function in powerful ways. This approach becomes increasingly important as we grow older, particularly past age 60 or 65. That's when sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, starts to gain momentum, threatening independence and quality of life. The legs house some of the body's largest and most metabolically active muscle groups, the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, and calves. Keeping these muscles strong is about more than just walking comfortably or standing from a chair. It's about supporting energy production, regulating blood sugar, and even enhancing fat metabolism. Strong legs aren't just a marker of mobility, they're often a direct line to longevity. When well maintained, they can help lower your risk of chronic disease, reduce the likelihood of disability, and even contribute to a longer, more active life. That's not an exaggeration. It's a reality backed by decades of medical research and clinical experience. If you've stayed with me this far and are finding this guidance helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Please comment the number 2 below to let me know you're still here with me. Your engagement means a lot and helps us continue sharing this vital information with more people. Remember, the benefits of training your legs extend well beyond appearances or brute strength. The real value lies in building functional capacity, preserving independence, and empowering yourself to live fully, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. A strong metabolism, healthy muscle tone, and an efficient, resilient body. These aren't just goals for athletes. They're essential pillars of aging well, and these exercises are the gateway to achieving them. By consistently engaging in these foundational movements, you activate key metabolic processes that increase insulin sensitivity, encourage fat burning, and bolster your heart health, all of which become more vital as the years go by. Now, if you're concerned about developing bulky, overly muscular legs, let me put your mind at ease. The goal here isn't muscle size, it's functional strength and endurance. What we're building is muscle that works for you, muscles that stay active, support your daily movement, and protect your independence for years, even decades, to come. And what if you're facing physical limitations, maybe joint pain, arthritis, or restricted mobility? That doesn't mean you're excluded. Quite the opposite. These exercises are for everyone, and they can be modified to meet your body where it is. Pain or disability isn't a stop sign. It's simply a detour that invites creativity and personalization. For instance, if doing full squats causes discomfort, try partial squats. Just go as low as you comfortably can. Or use a sturdy chair for support, tapping it lightly with your hips before rising again. This small adjustment still activates the right muscles without straining your joints. If lunges feel wobbly, hold onto a countertop, a wall, or a chair for balance, and shorten your stride to increase control and comfort. Even if you use a wheelchair, you can still benefit from leg-strengthening movements. Seated leg lifts, knee extensions, or resistance band exercises allow you to target the same important muscle groups, just in a more joint-friendly, accessible way. The key takeaway? There's always a version that works. You just have to find it. Once you do, these exercises won't feel like a burden. They'll become a powerful tool to help you live with more strength, more control, and more confidence every single day. What truly matters is creating a routine that's sustainable, something you can stick with over time, gradually building strength without worsening any existing conditions. If you're dealing with pain, stiffness, or past injuries, working with a physical therapist or qualified fitness professional can offer personalized guidance. They can help ensure your exercise plan respects your body's current capabilities while still encouraging meaningful progress. And let me reassure you, it's never too late to begin. Whether you're in your 40s, 60s, or well into your 80s, your body is still capable of adapting. Muscle tissue remains remarkably responsive to training at any age. Even small, consistent efforts can lead to noticeable improvements in your strength, metabolism, and overall vitality. The most important step is the first one, the decision to commit. Muscles aren't just for movement. They play a central role in your metabolic health, acting as a shield against chronic diseases such as diabetes, cardiovascular conditions, and even osteoporosis. When left untrained, these muscles weaken, making way for frailty and dependence. But when nurtured and maintained, they empower you to stay independent, do the things you love, and enjoy a higher quality of life well into your senior years. Here's another strategy I often recommend, especially for those looking to enhance both strength and cardiovascular fitness. Rucking. Inspired by military training, rucking simply means walking while wearing a weighted backpack or vest. It's a low-impact exercise, but the added weight introduces resistance that helps you build leg and core strength, elevates your heart rate, and simulates real-world challenges, like carrying groceries, lifting a grandchild, or hauling a travel bag. And no, you don't need military-grade gear to get started. Lightweight weighted vests, some as light as 10 pounds, are easy to find online, including on popular sites like Amazon. They're ideal for beginners, including smaller-framed individuals or those just starting out on their fitness journey. If you're new to strength training, don't worry. This journey can start gently and grow gradually. Take, for example, a petite woman with little to no experience with resistance exercise. Starting with a lightweight 10-pound vest is not only manageable but also highly effective. With steady, consistent effort, she might be amazed at how soon her body adapts, allowing her to progress comfortably to 20 or even 30 pounds. However, it's important to recognize that something like a 40-pound vest, while useful for advanced users, is not where anyone should begin. The path forward should always be gradual. That's how you avoid unnecessary strain, reduce the risk of injury, and build a solid foundation of strength. One of the most impressive benefits of rucking is its unique role in preserving muscle during weight loss. When people lose 30 or 40 pounds, whether through lifestyle changes or medications like GLP-1 agonists such as Ozempic or Mounjaro, it's common for muscle to be lost along with fat. Unfortunately, this unintentional muscle loss can weaken the body and slow metabolism, making it harder to maintain long-term health. Rucking helps fight back. It reinforces the very muscles that keep you strong, balanced, and metabolically resilient, even as the number on the scale goes down. But rucking isn't just about muscle, it's also an enjoyable, flexible activity. You can do it nearly anywhere, around your neighborhood, along a park trail, or even indoors on a treadmill if the weather isn't cooperating. And because the challenge grows with you, whether by adding a few more pounds to your vest or walking a longer distance, it provides a satisfying sense of progress. Each step becomes more than movement. It becomes a reminder that you're taking control of your health. This all ties into a broader concept I often share with my patients: exercise snacking. These brief, focused bursts of movement, maybe a few squats, a 10-minute ruck, or even seated leg lifts, don't demand a big-time commitment, but the benefits can be significant. Done daily, they stimulate your muscles, boost mitochondrial health, and help your body stay energized and efficient. These small bursts of movement, often overlooked, can significantly impact key metabolic markers, such as blood sugar and insulin sensitivity. They're especially effective at tackling the silent culprits behind many chronic illnesses, including pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, and eventually type 2 diabetes. These conditions often take root in lives marked by too much sitting and too little muscle engagement. That's why prioritizing these micro-workouts, or exercise snacks, can be so powerful. They allow you to build strength and metabolic resilience in a way that doesn't disrupt your schedule or feel overwhelming. This entire message stems from a deep-rooted passion I have as a doctor, one that's centered on empowering individuals like you to take charge of your health. And not through hype or guesswork, but through practical, evidence-based strategies that truly work. If you're looking to take things one step further, consider using a metabolic risk assessment kit. It's an at-home tool that gives you a full picture of your current metabolic health. The kit includes everything needed to collect vital health data, safely and privately, which is then professionally analyzed. The results come with a comprehensive report and are followed by a 1-hour consultation with a trained health coach. What does this give you? Insight. Real, actionable insight into where your body stands today, its strengths, its vulnerabilities, and what specific steps you can take to improve. Whether you need to fine-tune your approach to managing insulin resistance, address elevated lipid levels, or reduce systemic inflammation, this kind of personalized data can be a game changer. At the end of the day, the mission is simple: to inspire and equip you with the tools and knowledge needed to prioritize your health. Through deliberate movement, smart nutrition, and thoughtful strategies like rucking, exercise snacking, or tailored metabolic assessments, you're not just working out. You're laying down the foundation for a healthier, more energetic, and more independent future. Every step you take, every squat you perform, and every rucking session you commit to is more than just a workout. It's a powerful investment in your independence, your strength, and your ability to fully participate in the life you love. These movements aren't just about fitness, they're about freedom. By staying active, you're building the physical foundation to age with resilience, confidence, and grace. So why wait? Begin today, no matter your starting point. Stay consistent, and you'll begin to see how these small, intentional actions start adding up. Day by day, week by week, you'll notice improvements in your energy, your balance, and your overall health. Over time, these little habits can completely transform how you feel, move, and live. Now, take a moment to reflect. What resonated with you most today? From the power of simple calf raises to the benefits of split squats, from the concept of exercise snacks to the everyday practicality of rucking, we've explored easy yet powerful tools that can strengthen your legs, boost your metabolism, and support your longevity, all from the comfort of your own home. I'd truly love to hear from you. Drop a comment below sharing one takeaway you're excited to put into action in your daily routine. And if you found this video valuable, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we can build a stronger, healthier future. Wishing you abundant health, lasting happiness, and peace in every step of your journey. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Aging Blueprint for more practical tips to help you thrive at every age.